Hello, Warriors. Welcome to the Warrior Way podcast. I am your host, Summer Velasco, and this is my co-host.
Hey, Mark here.
And today we have our special guest, the president of Texas A&M Central Texas, Dr. Rhodes.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you.
It is great to be here.
So tell us a bit about yourself and your time here at TAMUCT.
So I've been here almost exactly, well, now it's been a year and a month.
Oh, wow.
And time has gone by fast because this is such a great institution. I love it here. So I retired from Austin Community College on September the 30th of 2023 and started to work here on October the 1st
Oh, that's
of
exciting.
2023. So it has been a great joy and blessing to be here.
We're really happy to hear that. We love this school, too. We love being students here. We love the podcast and student involvement. We were wondering, our student body is very unique, being a transfer school and having many students who take classes solely online, as well as having a large military presence. Do you think these dynamics change the way that TAMUCT students have to approach success in their higher education journey?
You know, as you look over the past 20 years and you think about the delivery of higher education, it has really changed a lot across the country. I think it presents us some unique opportunities, though, because of the dynamics of where we're located and who's close to us, Fort Cavazos. And we look at our student demographics, and about 50% of our students are military affiliated.
Absolutely.
So they are either active duty, they're veterans, or they're family of active duty or veterans. And so it is a great opportunity for us to support them and to make sure that they have the best learning opportunity possible. And so I think, part of that is looking at transfer, because we are an upper division and graduate school. Not offering freshman and sophomore, it relies on looking at, can we be the best university in the galaxy as far as transferability, and looking at how can we make it easier for people to transfer. And you think about, they talk about spiraling, that students take courses from different institutions. How do they package that and put it together so that they get a credential of value?
Right.
And that's important. And I think that's where we play a critical role. And we're seeing better success for students who transfer to us. We have a higher percentage of students who graduate than on the state average or the national average. We're 10% higher than the national average, and I think 8% higher than the state average on completions after transfer.
That's impressive.
So
That's very impressive.
It's a very unique, opportunity for us. And you take a look at, online presence that we have. And a lot of institutions started doing more online
During COVID
after
and
COVID.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, during that period of time. And so the online delivery of education is so much better today than it ever has been in the past. And students, they're voting with their feet and how they register.
Right.
And more students like to take online. And one of the things higher education, historically has not been great at is working adults. And so that means they're going to be part-time students. And so how do we do a better job in higher education of delivering education to working adults? And a lot of that has to do with online delivery of education.
I absolutely agree with that. I think the work-life balance and having the older students, I think the school does help a lot with that. They take credits from everywhere, and they make sure that every credit that you have can be applied so that you can get your degree in the best way. And I think they have professors, advisors, everyone here knows that most students are going to be part-time. They do have children, they have jobs, lots of other things. So I think the school does a great job of making sure that, we understand. They definitely understand. So.
It is so important today.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are doing online classes because they are trying to balance work and school life, and it can be kind of difficult for them. But what you're doing here at this school can go a long way for helping these people.
Yeah. And that's our job, because, and we always have to remember too, that learning is lifelong. And especially in today's environment, with the technological advances, you take a look at AI and what's happening with the new career fields that are popping up just everywhere. Like if you go back 10 years ago and you think about having a podcast studio,
Yeah.
but you look at it today,
It's common. Yeah, absolutely.
this is just fantastic.
It's
Thank
nice. Okay, now, what are some of the biggest challenges you see facing higher education today, and how is the university addressing them?
I would have to say one of the things is just what we talked about, and that's the dynamic world of what's expected in the workforce. Because when people go to college, they go to the universities. One of the reasons why they go, and probably the main reason, is to get good jobs and to get those jobs that can pay for their families and really support them. And so with the change, the charge and what we have to be responsive to in higher education is maintaining currency with, what's the curriculum look like? What's the expectation of industry? And
making sure it's matching up to real life.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And how do you provide the right support services too? Because also what we've seen going back to 2012 is, with social media, there's been some adverse effects. There's some positive effects, but there's also some adverse effects. One of the adverse effects has been this feeling of isolation by a lot of individuals. There's also, it's too easy to, to kind of take advantage of other individuals in a mean-spirited way. And so to the extent of maybe bullying in cases. And I think what we have to do and what we saw starting in about 2012 as a result of that is a lot more of issues that we're dealing with mental
Health, absolutely.
health
Yeah.
and some of the struggles that our students are going through. And so as higher education, we've got to, all of education has to do a better job, I think, of how we relate to students. How do we make sure that they can be successful, that they feel like they belong?
That sense of
in our
isolation
environment?
isn't there and things
It
like
is.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen with both the wellness center that we have here on campus, and also some of the emails that have been sent out for like the surveys have done a good job of showing that the school does appreciate their students and they do want to be there for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And value mental health as well.
Yes.
Okay, now can you discuss the specific initiatives the university has implemented to enhance student success and support?
One of the greatest joys that I have is, especially as we're leading up to this next legislative session, is we have a lot of visitors.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of visitors.
So whether it's out from the governor's office or from lieutenant governor's office, from different representatives or senators, and we just had the chairman of the Board of Regents visit us, and so we've had a lot of visits over the last 3 or 4 months. And one of what really makes me proud as the president here is to take them and allow them the opportunity to visit with our faculty, with our staff, with our students.
Get
and
to know the
hear
community.
authentically firsthand what the experience is here. And I am so proud, like when we bring them here into this office area, and Stephanie and the whole team talks to them about how we wrap around all of the support services necessary to make students feel like they, of all ages, make them feel like they belong here, to make them comfortable, to begin to meet their needs. So many people in today's society are food insecure, they're housing insecure, childcare insecure. So how do we help them get over that life experience that gets in the way of their education? And like I say, I am so proud to bring those visitors here
Yeah.
and allow them to see the types of services that are given to, our students.
Even though they think, it's a small campus, but there's so many students here and there's help that needs to be helped. There's things that
Yes.
need to be done to help them.
Yes.
So the support is appreciated from a
Yeah.
student. What community organizations does the university plan to partner with, both on and off campus, to provide resources for veterans and their families to support their success?
There are so many different opportunities for us to partner. So I'll start, first Fort Cavazos. So with the United States Army and with everything that's going on at Fort Cavazos, how can we better partner with them as an entity and find out what their needs are and how we can fill some gaps as a higher ed institution. But also then take a look at some of our other partners, like our community college partners, like Central Texas College, a great transfer partner, Temple College, Austin Community College. How can we be better partners and make it easier for their students to transfer to us? And then we take a look at the school districts. And
The high
there are
schools.
more and more students who are taking advantage of dual credit. Who are
More
taking-
than I've ever seen.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
crazy.
and and taking through early college high schools. By the time they graduate from high school, there are so many more students who already have 45 to 60 college credit hours. They are ready to come to us.
Yeah.
And so we have to make sure that we're the greatest partner for those early college high schools, for those high schools where a lot of dual credit is offered. So how do we make sure that the courses they're taking are transferable and applicable to the degree that they want to have, which means we've got to spend more time with them on what is it that they want to major in and make sure that those courses that they take in dual credit apply towards that degree. And if they want to go into the workforce directly. So are we preparing with stackable credentialing so that they can get some short-term training, such as through one of the community colleges, go to work for Samsung in the semiconductor industry, but also whatever short-term credential they have can stack on top of another one and eventually get an associate degree, transfer to us, and get a bachelor's degree.
And that's the goal.
That's the
That's
goal.
the goal.
That's the goal.
That's nice. It's nice to hear that A&M is not only considering current college students, but you're already thinking about people who want to come into the college, even high school students.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And some of the other agencies like MSEC, Military Child Education Coalition, is a great organization here that helps because, when you take a look at the military family and they move, a lot of them have to move every 2 to 3 years. And if they have kids, moving from one school district in one part of the country to another or overseas can be a very traumatic experience. And so MSEC really helps to work around with the school district and with the families to make it easier on that transition. And so that's a good partner. But also then you take a look at, whether it's the economic development corporations in the communities that we work with, or whether it's with the chambers of commerce, but it's making sure that our business entities feel like they are a part of us and that they want to work with us. We've got 2 different industry partners who are physically on campus, and they hire our students as paid interns.
That's pretty cool.
A
great resource.
Great. Yeah. So great opportunities for partnering. And, one of the mantras that I love is to say innovation plus collaboration equals transformation. We want to be a transformative partner because we believe in innovation, both in the coursework we deliver, but also the services we deliver to students.
Like we have the career development,
Oh, yes.
they're very helpful
Yes.
for the things. So they have like things just like what wardrobe you should wear to job interviews.
Yeah.
Everything you don't even think about. They
Yes.
have everything there.
Yeah.
They're all-
And tutoring. And
Yeah,
You
writing
know,
center. Yeah, just to look over your syllabus and make sure you can work around your schedule. They have,
Yes.
yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
that.
and they're really thorough with the help that they give you as well, so you can always count on them.
and it's all about relationships too.
Hmm.
You know,
It's a community.
building exactly, building community.
Absolutely. And are you going to finish us off with our last question, Mark?
Yes, we've kind of been going over this, but what else do you have to your vision for TAMUCT, and how do you see it evolving over the next few years?
You know, it's an exciting time. We just during this past year, we did a brand new strategic plan for the university as we look forward to the future. We also have a new master plan, campus master plan for looking at what facilities do we need for the future and where will we be? Where will they be located on this 672 acres that we have?
We have plenty of land.
What are we going to look like in the future? We have a new academic master plan. So some of the things that we're working on currently is, there are tornadoes that happen in this area. So partnering with the Texas Department of Emergency Management and getting funding through FEMA, then we're looking at having a tornado dome. So it's a 15,000 square foot facility that would be built on campus.
Oh, wow.
That in, the event that there were a tornado in the community and our community members needed a place to go to be safe, it could be on our campus in that facility. And so we're looking forward to having that built. But, hopefully we don't have any tornadoes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
So that facility can be used
For other things.
such as events or potentially basketball or,
Plenty of opportunities.
pickleball courts or whatever,
Yeah.
but other events could be held in that facility for us, but have it funded by basically by FEMA, federal government. Also, we see the need, we talked about the fact that we've got more and more students who are graduating from high school at the age of 17 or 18 who have 45, 60 college credit hours. They want to come to us. And if they're from outside of about a 20-mile radius, that means they probably need to live.
Yeah, here in town.
So we're also working towards taking to the Board of Regents in February, we hope, plan for on-campus housing. And I think that's critical to the future of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, is to have housing on campus, affordable housing for students to live here. Because students love to work,
Live, go to
earn,
school,
enjoy,
eat,
and
everything.
just have, and this becomes their home.
Yeah.
And we really need that on our campus. And then continuing to look at, what are the programs that we offer? So during this past year, we had 3 new master's degree programs that were approved by the Board of Regents, and we're working through the process with the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board to get all of those programs approved. Master of Public Administration, social work, and also nursing administration. And then we just had approved by the Board of Regents our first doctoral program,
Oh, wow.
which will be a EDD, educational doctorate, with pathways to superintendency for K-12 or higher education. If you want to be a president, vice president at a college or university, there's a track for both of those. And so
That's nice.
excited about that. We're in preparation for another doctoral program, DBA, Doctor of Business Administration, and then a new bachelor's degree that we're looking at in supply chain management.
Yeah, that'll be good. I know a lot of people who are interested in that, so I
Yes.
think that'll be really helpful to the community.
And especially, with the growth of Samsung and all of their industry partners that are relocating into this area, supply chain management is critical component
Right.
of all of that processing. And so I'm excited about the future here.
Yeah, me too.
It's nice to hear that the campus is growing, not just physically, but in every way possible.
Yes.
Yeah, and that FEMA thing you talked about would be really nice.
That would be really nice. Good for the whole community, not just the students.
Absolutely. You know, and one of the critical things for us too is to honor those who have been before us and have really made this institution built it from the ground up and have been so dedicated to Texas A&M University becoming here in Central Texas. And one of those is a man who just passed away yesterday, and that's General Pete Taylor. Man has been instrumental in making sure that this institution exists. And if it had not been for a lot of his hard work, whether it was going to the legislature or building a ground support in the community, that wouldn't have happened. And so, I just want to take time to say, we honor him. We'll be awarding him posthumously an honorary doctorate from Texas A&M University, Central Texas. And also, we're asking the Board of Regents to honor him by naming the tower in the Shoemaker Building, the General Pete Taylor Tower.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And
That'll
he
be really
will become
nice.
a warrior legend among some of the others that have been instrumental in making this university great.
A warrior among warriors.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I love that.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Rhodes, for coming here and talking with us and being our first guest on our podcast. We appreciate it so much.
It has been an honor. I love it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be here every single week showing you the warrior way.